What's going on, guys? Jake Hinkley here from DCS Outdoors. Welcome to the first episode of Smoking with Jake. So what we're doing is we're smoking a pork shoulder. It's an 8-pound pork shoulder that we got up in a local grocery store, and we're gonna put it in our Pit Boss vertical smoker. We got the competition blend wood pellets, so we're gonna get after it and try to make some pulled pork. So what you're gonna do is when you get that pork shoulder out, you're gonna pat it down. The whole idea of patting it down is gonna help the rub stick to that pork shoulder a lot better. So again, you're gonna pat it down with the paper towels, just get that juice off of the pork shoulder, and that's just prepping it and get it ready to put the rub on. So what we're doing today is a Texas rub that's half pepper, half salt. Very simple to do. You get all these crazy rubs out there, guys come up with, and they probably work great. But today we're doing something very simple, and it gives a really good bark to that pork shoulder. It's a 1/4 cup salt, 1/4 cup pepper, and all I do is put it into a shaker just to make sure that we can get an even spread on it, and we mix it up. So this is definitely the messiest part of doing the pork shoulder. It's getting that rub down. So you just got to make sure you put a nice even coating of that rub on the meat, and just make sure that you're getting inside the meat, outside the meat. You're getting a full coverage of your meat when you're rubbing it.
What is he saying?
So this is all taking place the night before, all right? So the whole idea of putting that rub on the meat the night before is that you're gonna get the rub is gonna soak into that meat and make it juicier for when you're actually eating it later. So what we did was we got the rub on, now we're wrapping it up. We're gonna wrap it up in just a saran wrap and put it in the fridge overnight, and we're gonna start smoking tomorrow morning. Let's go. 7 a.m.'s here. We got the smoker all ready. We got it set to 225, and we're gonna put our meat in. So let's get after it.
What?
So with these Pit Boss vertical smokers, they have a water tray at the very bottom. That's what's gonna keep your moisture when you're cooking. So you have to make sure you're checking that all the time. Make sure, I check it about every hour, hour and a half to make sure my water's sufficient, so we're not getting crazy temperatures out of our Pit Boss vertical smoker. So check it out, put some water in, and just make sure you're checking the temperature of your meat.
What?
So the whole idea of getting good bark, obviously you want that crisp outer ring on that pork shoulder. So that's good, that's great, but I like to add a little apple juice spray to it. So it's just all this apple juice. I put it in a sprayer, and I spray it every couple hours before we actually start to wrap it. So the big question when people are smoking meat and they have their smoker and they don't know what really to do is everyone talks about wrapping. Gotta wrap it. Now I wrap mine in butcher paper.
What?
That I get from Lowe's or a local shop around here, and we wrap it at 170 degrees. So that 170 degrees tells me that the meat is almost getting there, and now it's time to wrap up, and it's gonna help keep that moisture in on top and make sure you guys keep that bark. So we hit that magic temperature of 198. That's when I like to pull it. Okay, pull that meat out and put it in the cooler. Let it sit for about 1.5 hours, 2 hours. The biggest tester, to see how they came out of the smoker, all these pork shoulders have that shoulder bone in it. You grab a hold of that shoulder, pull it out, and you can tell how tender your meat really is. It came out perfect, exactly how I want it. It's got a nice smoke ring on the outside, and it was absolutely delicious. We got that good bark because that pepper and salt did a really good job of staying on the pork shoulder for the entirety. And I do really recommend that you guys wrap it in that butcher paper. I used to wrap in aluminum foil and it worked okay, but that butcher paper is a game changer. All right, guys, that's all we have for today. Thanks for watching. As always, we appreciate you guys' support. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you guys subscribe today. And as always, stay outdoors.